Alhamdulillah wa salatu wa salam ala rasulillah wa ala alihi wa sahbihi ajma'in. Amma ba'd. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu. We are starting Surah Tariq. We have already completed the introduction of the surah, so we will start from Tafseer. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم والسماء والطارق وما أدراك ما الطارق النجم الثاقب إن كل نفس لما عليها حافظ. Ayah number 1, وَالسَّمَاءِ وَالطَّارِقَ, by the sky and the night comer. From this ayah, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala gives us two shawahid, which is the sky and the night comer. This is a proof that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has given protection to every soul. To some by forgiving, and to other by giving respite. In kullu nafsin lamma alayha hafiz. Ayah number 4 is the jawab qasam. So these are the oaths, these are the witnesses, and the answer for that is ayah number 4, which is in kullu nafsin lamma alayha hafiz. Now coming to the first ayah and explaining and talking about some of the words. The word sama, as we know, anything which is above, with samawat are the heavens, as we know, and sama is anything which is above us. So the cloud that you see, or even this roof over our head, is sama, is something which is above our head, something which is high is sama. So this is pretty clear. Now what is tariq? To talk about its linguistic meaning, they say that it comes out from a word which is used like taraqa, which is like smashing a hammer, okay, hatoda marna. So this is what it is, or knocking on someone's door. This is also taraq al-bab. This is what it is. But they used, as time passed, is for those people who comes during the night and they knock on the door, and you will be able to understand that this knock is not a ordinary knock. Because nowadays we have phone and things like that, we just call people if there is some sort of issue. But just think about the previous time, or even in our own villages, if you're from any village, you'll be able to understand that anyone who comes and knock during the night, this is something serious. It's not just a normal knocking that happens during the day, that come out and we need to eat and things, whatever, yeah, we need to visit these people. This is something normal. However, if someone comes during the night, like middle of the night, after Aisha, maybe 12 o'clock, 10 o'clock or something like that, they knock on the door, this is some emergency. So this knocking is something that needs to be taken seriously. So this same thing has been used, that now tariq is used for something which comes during the night. Now, Tafseer al-Sa'di, he mentions about what is what tariq, because later on, وَمَا أَدْرَاكَ مَا الطَّارِقَ النَّجْمُ الثَّاقِبُ, talks about this is referring to the piercing star. But some of the ulama have said that it refers to this planet or that planet, or some even have said that it refers to the sun, which is a star, and so on. So some people have given specific that it refers to this thing in the sky. However, the correct opinion, which is in Tafseer al-Sa'di and various other tafsir, is that one, we can see from the Quran that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala hasn't specified it. There is no name given of any things that's in the sky. Okay, it has only said something which comes during the night. So like Tafsir Sa'di says, the correct view is that it is a generic term which refers to all stars or piercing brightness. So any star that you see in the evening, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is talking about those. So this is with regards to the wording of this ayah. Later on, inshallah, we will be able to talk about why these have been made witness. Ayah number 2, وَمَا أَدْرَاكَ مَا الطَّارِقَ, and what can make you know what is the night comer. وَمَا أَدْرَاكَ, the ulama say in here is to direct our attention to the magnificence and importance of this testimony, that this is not something small. Another thing that we understand is that you do not know even when Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala informs you of these things, you will still not be able to understand its full grasp. And we will come to this later on in the next ayah, inshaAllah. And if another way of we understanding this is that we link it to that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala hasn't given the knowledge of unseen to Rasul sallallahu alayhi wasallam. He does not have the, he is not alimul ghaib. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will give you the information of ghaib, which becomes not anymore ghaib, like Nabuwa, Quran, seeing Jibreel alayhi salam, Mi'raj and so on. These were the things of unseen, but Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala gave to Rasul sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. However, he himself does not have the information to the unseen. Whatever Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala exposes on him, this is from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Like it comes in Quran, قُلْ لَا أَقُولُ لَكُمْ عِنْدِي خَزَائِنُ اللَّهِ وَلَا أَعْلَمُ الْغَيْبَ وَلَا أَقُولُ لَكُمْ إِنِّي مَلَكٌ إِنْ أَتَّبِعُ إِلَّا مَا يُوحَى إِلَيَّ. Say, O Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, I do not tell you that I have the depository of Allah, or that I know the unseen, nor do I tell you that I am an angel. I only follow what is revealed to me. So this is the job of Rasul sallallahu alayhi wasallam, that he follows what Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala commands, what Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala reveals to him. And our is to follow Rasul sallallahu alayhi wasallam, because no wahi comes to us, is for us to follow Rasul sallallahu alayhi wasallam. But essentially whatever Rasul sallallahu alayhi wasallam does is an order from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So he is in need of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. He himself is not an authority by himself. But whatever Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala gives, he is to obey, and for us to obey Rasul sallallahu alayhi wasallam. In that we obey Rasul, and in that we obey Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Like it comes in the Quran, قُلْ إِن كُنْتُمْ تُحِبُّونَ اللَّهِ فَاتَّبِعُونِي. Because if you want to love Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, then you have to follow Rasul sallallahu alayhi wasallam. This is the way that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has sent to us. Like as we have mentioned previously, that this Quran is like the theory and Rasul sallallahu alayhi wasallam the practice. You cannot establish Quran without looking at the Sunnah of Rasul sallallahu alayhi wasallam. So everything that Rasul sallallahu alayhi wasallam has done and is proven, then that becomes the way Rasul Quran is established. So like you even in I think comes in a hadith, if I remember correctly, someone asked Aisha radhiyallahu anha, how were the manners of Rasul sallallahu alayhi wasallam, and she responded, haven't you read the Quran? Something like this meaning. So whatever Rasul sallallahu alayhi wasallam did came from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So he himself does not have his own authority, he himself does not have his own knowledge that he has access to it whenever he wants, but whatever Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala gives. So this brings us to this idea that some people believe that Rasul sallallahu alayhi wasallam, because of him this world was created, which is again not right. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala does not need to create world because of someone. Okay, he has created, and that has come in the Quran in various places. Okay, that وَمَا خَلَقْتُ الْجِنَّ وَالْإِنسَ إِلَّا لِيَعْبُدُونَ. Okay, that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala hasn't created anyone, okay, from ins or human being, but for his own worship and so on. That this world did not come to existence because of a personality, but because Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala wanted it. And another issue which we tackle with this is that people who claim that Rasul sallallahu alaihi wasallam has the knowledge of unseen, whoever believes in that has gone against the Quran, has gone against the clear instruction that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala sent to Rasul sallallahu alaihi wasallam to proclaim that he is not wala a'lamul ghaib, that he does not claim or he does not have the knowledge of unseen. And that brings us to another issue that we have in the society, that people go to soothsayers, go to magicians, go to all these babas and things like that, and they tell them that someone has done sihr on you, a taweez has been dug in here and it has been put in there, and this grave and that grave, whatever rubbish that they tell them. Okay, this is also false, because they do not have the knowledge of unseen. If Rasul sallallahu alaihi wasallam does not have it, who else gonna have it? Okay, so those people who go to magicians and things like that, or who believe in these sihr people have done on them, or they specify that they have done sihr on them, okay, they are claiming to have the knowledge of unseen, which is only for Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And these shayateen from ins or from jinns, they cause disturbance between these people. Like we seek refuge with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in قُلْ أَعُوذُ رَبِّ النَّاسِ مَلِكِ النَّاسِ إِلَهِ النَّاسِ مِنْ شَرِّ الْوَسْوَاسِ الْخَنَّاسِ الَّذِي يُوَسْوِسُ فِي صُدُورِ النَّاسِ مِنَ الْجِنَّةِ وَالنَّاسِ. Okay, these waswasa that we get, and then we listen to these human people telling us that yes, definitely those people hate you, or they make stories up, or they get information from our relatives, or they see everyone has similar problems, and then they use that to make those people who are of low knowledge, or they have a lot of yaqeen on these certain babas and peers and whatever they are, okay, and they disturb their entire aqidah. And indeed it is a huge crime in the sight of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Whoever goes to magicians, whoever do sihr, whoever believes in those knowledge of unseen aspects that have been informed that yes, for example, some people are told that some good going to happen to you because this is in your hand lines, whatever they read, or this is the day that you were born, on this month you were born, and this is the sign, okay, in the stars that they use, whatever rubbish that I don't even understand those things. But those people who claim to have some sort of information of unseen, which is in the form of sihr, in the form of telling you good fortunes, all this is rubbish and it doesn't have anything to do with Islam. Okay, going to ayah number 13. An-najmu thaqib, it is the piercing star. Now this tariq, like we said, like someone comes on, knock on the door, someone is smashing things, yeah, with the hammer, okay, this is also tariq. Or this pathway that people tread, yeah, this is called turuq or tariqa, yeah, or like it comes in Quran, someone's example you follow is called tariqat, yeah, it comes in the Quran as well. So it's not talking about that kind of the night, that tariq. It's talking about this najm al-thaqib which comes during the night. So what is an-najm al-thaqib? What is this piercing star? As we have mentioned, it is talking about it's a generic term, so it's not specified for one star. It hasn't been like some people have claimed that he refers to the sun because this is the brightest that we see and so on, but this is not. Inshallah, we'll discuss this later on. So number one, why is it called thaqib? This is because it shreds the darkness and it comes to us. Okay, it splits the darkness and it comes. So this is what a piercing star is, shining or blazing. Okay, or if you were in your blanket and it might have holes in it, you put it on, turn the light on, you will be able to see it. Or when the sun rays hit it, you will be able to see those rays coming. So this is what thaqib is. Or in the cloud, you will be able to see some rays coming down, and this is what is a piercing is basically. Now the ulama have talked about this, that what is this basically, and there is some ayat that comes in the Quran where Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has used these stars as evidence. وَعَلَامَاتِ وَبِالنَّجْمِ هُمْ يَهْتَدُونَ, and landmark signs, and by the star they are guided. So these stars are used by people to travel in deserts, okay, especially in previous time that was their way of journey. Or even, I think even nowadays the ships and boats, they use this as a tool. Wallahu alam. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has also said, وَلَقَدْ زَيَّنَّا السَّمَاءَ الدُّنْيَا بِمَصَابِيحَ وَجَعَلْنَاهَا رُجُومًا لِلشَّيَاطِينَ, and we have certainly beautified the nearest heaven with lamps, i.e. stars. They have given it as stars. Some have translated بِمَصَابِيحَ as planets, and have made them what is thrown at the devil, or some have translated this as a protection from harmful things, yeah, from harmful rays or harmful stuff, which is another translation. Okay, now let's understand this. What is this piercing star, and why Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala uses this as evidence that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is the protector of all the souls? Like how in the sama Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has made protection for us. You see these harmful rays, these things that can fall on us, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has made various protection before these rays hits us, or those items that are floating in the space, they hit the earth and it causes disturbance. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has made protection system for our entire earth. Just to understand how amazing and how beautiful Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has created this universe, and what we are basically in comparison to that, we are nothing. Look at the amazing system that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has created. The scientists say, of course we measure the distance of light in light years because it is so far away, and if you were to do it in our own kilometers or miles and things like that, you will be on a different level. You wouldn't be able to write it. Okay, you wouldn't be able. It would take us a long time even just to pronounce those numbers, those units. Okay, so this light year in which we measure the light that comes to us from stars, okay, that comes to us from above, is in. So they say 1 second of that, the speed of that light, the speed of light in 1 second, it would take the light 7.5 times to rotate the earth. Okay, that's how fast it is. If you were to do that journey in aeroplane, okay, it will take you around 2 weeks. So 1 second of the speed of the light is equal to around 2 weeks of traveling in these passenger aeroplanes and things like that. Yeah. From the moon, the light comes to us in around 1 second. From the sun, it comes to us in around 8 minutes. So that's how far the sun is. Okay, what did we say? 1 second is around 7.5 times around the earth. So 8 minutes is huge distance. So this is how far the sun is from us. And this is our star. Now, the nearest star to us, okay, not talking about the sun, is how far? Imagine this. It's around 4.5 years from us, or around 4 years. Okay, it's more than 4 years basically, yeah? And it is called Alpha Centauri triple star system. And it takes more than 4 years for the light to reach us. So that's how far it is. If you were to take like a jet, it would take us more than 5 million years just to reach that star. Okay, so the light that we see from that star maybe has gone back 4 years ago, but we still receive the light. So that's how far it is. So we still see the light, but maybe the star is not there. It is there according to the science, but this is just an example. Now the system or the galaxy that we live in, you see in each galaxy there are billions of stars. Okay, of them in our galaxy is the sun, and then we have this Alpha Centauri star that we mentioned, and there are other, okay, they say there are like hundreds and billions of stars in each galaxy. How big is this galaxy? Just the disk of it takes 100,000 years from one side of the disk to another. This is just the disk of this galaxy. The surrounding and other portion of the galaxy is on a different level. So this is our galaxy, and there are billions, or they say hundreds of billions of galaxies, okay, and some of them are far more bigger than us, like our neighboring galaxy, which is called Andromeda galaxy. They say it is more than 220,000 years, light years, yeah, not normal years, light years of speed it will take, okay, just to cross it. This is how huge our neighboring, and there are hundreds and thousands of that. And the science say that every star has its own planet. And what did we say? How many stars? There are hundreds and billions. Just our own galaxy, okay, the one we talked about, which is part of other billions of galaxies. It's just even amazing comprehending this information, yeah, and understanding this is on a different level. This one galaxy, which is part of billions of galaxies, it has more, they say more than or around 100 to 400 billion stars. How amazing is this? and each star has at least one planet. Okay, the sun, that it is our star, it has 8 planets. Of them is the earth. So what are we in comparison to this amazing universe and so many things out there? We are nothing. We are not even a atom in the desert. That's how little we are. Okay, and they say that this is only 5% of the universe that we're talking about. The rest of is dark energy or nothing. So the rest is empty. This is the creation. This is the system that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has created. In this huge universe, so many harmful things could be out there. Okay, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has protected this, our home, this earth that we have, from so many harmful stuff. If Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has created these tiny things, okay, in the earth we are tiny, yeah? In comparison to earth we are nothing. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala created and is managing and protecting this earth from so many bad stuff, evil things, no, evil in that shape that it could destroy the earth. Okay, the rotation of it, the entire everything that's included in the protection and managing of this earth is on a different level. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has managed that. So you, O human being, your a'mal, you who is nowhere stronger, nowhere more complex, no mightier than the universe Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has created, can He not manage you? The a'mal that you do, the things that you do, He will definitely take you hold of that. Everything that you do, you are under the full control of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. If that universe, those things is under the control of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, okay, those things, the thing that which is above you, okay, which are surrounding you, has been in the control of Allah. It does not cause any problem for Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala managing that. Okay, your people still haven't, we as a human being, still haven't managed to understand our universe. Okay, with all those sciences, with all those things, there still comes to this, maybe this is what it is. Okay, we are not sure, it's just not possible. It would take us, I don't know how long, just to understand a portion of it. Okay, they send new technology to the space and they come with new information. Okay, a tiny picture they took and they said there is more than 5,000 or so galaxies. Okay, what do you talk about galaxy? Well, our galaxy has more than 100 to 400 billions of stars, and each star is how far away from us. It's a different, we human being, unfortunately, like Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says in Quran, إِنَّ فِي خَلْقِ السَّمَاوَاتِ وَالْأَرْضِ لَآيَاتٍ لِأُولِي الْأَلْبَابِ الَّذِينَ يَذْكُرُونَ اللَّهَ قِيَامًا وَقُعُودًا وَعَلَى جُنُوبِهِمْ وَيَتَفَكَّرُونَ فِي خَلْقِ السَّمَاوَاتِ وَالْأَرْضِ رَبَّنَا مَا خَلَقْتَ هَذَا بَاطِلًا سُبْحَانَكَ فَقِنَا عَذَابَ النَّارِ. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala encourages us to look at His creation. Look at what Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has created. If you cannot look at that, look at within yourself. Amazing sciences, amazing procedures. You yourself is a small world. All those things has a creator, a designer, the one who has fashioned this in this way. It is just not possible that all this came by chance. Okay, so it comes and takes it that there is someone. Then you recognize that with looking at the information that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has given to you. Who that is. For that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has sent books from Sama. For Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has sent books. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has sent prophets. Look at all the people who rely on their books, the religion that rely on their books. Look at what they say, what this religion really stands on, because you only judge a religion by the books that they have, the literature that they have. Because if you were to say that we judge the religion by the people that believe in then you're not going to be able to believe in any religion, because all of them have so many problems. Okay, they have caused so much disturbance to the humans. Okay, to everything they have caused, they are full of rubbish, the human being themselves. However, if you were to look at their holy literature, you will come to conclusion. Okay, they have problems, they have contradiction, they have so many Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala talks about Quran. أَفَلَا يَتَدَبَّرُونَ الْقُرْآنَ وَلَوْ كَانَ مِنْ عِنْدِ غَيْرِ اللَّهِ لَوَجَدُوا فِيهِ اخْتِلَافًا كَثِيرًا. Why don't they ponder over this Quran? If it was from someone beside Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, you find so many contradictions, so many issues. Okay, this Quran has come as a miracle. This Quran has, inshallah, later on we will be able to understand another side that Allah subhanahu. This is just to talk about the sama and so on. Yeah, this goes An-Najm al-Thaqib, the piercing star. You look at that. Okay, we said the planets that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala talks about. Look at the ayat, Allahu nuru samawati wal ard mathalu nurihi kamishkatin fiha misbah. And there you will find so many amazing things that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala talks about. Okay, that relates to the science, the current load, the current gods of the society is the science, and it tackles that. Okay, the Quran is the one which remains in its place, and the science is defeated again and again and again in so many places. This is some of the creation of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala that we know of. We don't know how much we don't know yet. Okay, this is amazing. Okay, you will, as time passes, you will be able to understand the things that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has created in the sama, in the earth, in the oceans. Or the oceans is a different study, and you will be amazed what Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has created, what Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is managing. All those systems, all those things, they do not come by chance, they do not come by a fluke. Okay, this is something which is designed, which is perfected, which is created by someone who has the ability to do so, and that could only be Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, the one who has created, the one who has, as we know, nothing comes to existence from nothing. There is something, and that is Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala that we believe in. Going to ayah number 4. إن كل نفس لما عليها حافظ. There is no soul but that it is over it a protector. This is now jawab qasam, as we mentioned. The one, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, who created you is the one who is protecting you too. Everything, human or any other creation, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is the creator and the protector. Look into yourself basically now, yeah? فإن كل نفس لما عليها حافظ. Now you look at yourself. فلينظر الإنسان مما خلق. This is dalil, yeah? This is now the proof which is coming in the next ayah. But Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala talks about proofs which were outside us. Dalail afaqi. Now dalail anfusi. The one which, now these proofs which are within yourself, is being encouraged that one should look into these signs. سنريهم آياتنا في الآفاق وفي أنفسهم حتى يتبين لهم أنه الحق. We will show them our signs in the horizons and within themselves until it becomes clear to them that it is the truth. So Allah has created signs is for us to look into them. Basically, what we are learning in here, that you are not being created in vain. You are not without a purpose. This human being is created, it has been fashioned in a special way. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, أَيَحْسَبُ الْإِنسَانُ أَن يُتْرَكَ سُدًى. Does man think that he will be left neglected? Okay, i.e. to no end, without responsibility, or without being returned to the Creator for judgment. So you are like these people claim, yeah, or even Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has mentioned their attitude, that it is only passing of time. Okay, you die, another people comes, another people die, and that's it, that's the end. They see the death as their end. That's why people do suicide. Okay, they say their misery or their issues and things will be finished there. This is not what you are, O human. You have a higher purpose. Okay, you are created for a purpose. You have a vision. You have a answering coming up for the things that you're doing. So you are like everything you see around you has some sort of purpose. They have something to do. Everything that even as a human being, you create something, okay, you make, for example, we have phones, we have laptops, we have whatever, technology that we have, it has a purpose, okay, but oh human, you don't have a purpose. What is our purpose? Why we are here? Okay, so this, you are not in vain basically, The ulama mention the purpose of these oaths and why Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala used an-najm al-thaqib. Min ahsan islahi rahimahullah, he says under this ayin kullu nafsin lama alayha hafiz, that of the aspects of the premises to which the star has been made as a witness is that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has appointed guardian over every soul of a human, and they should reflect on these divinely appointed innumerable eyes, the stars, which Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala have made awake all night, and they stare at us relentlessly. No one can dare escape their gazes. The eyes that you have, okay, the telescopes and things like that, okay, even now, they are still finding some of the stars. They say of the stars that are reaching the light to us is more than 12 billion years away from us, light years, the furthest that they have found, and how much they're going to find out later on, how much they're going to miss, okay. And you talked about the universe, which is huge, okay. So this, the eyes that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has created in the sky that are staring you down, okay, throughout the night, which you cannot stop, okay. You cannot create anything, even to the which is the dimmest of the stars. You cannot create an eye in that fashion, okay. And the light which pierces through all these layers of atmosphere in order to reach you, in order to benefit you. Now only a naive person can think that there can be things which are beyond the notice of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. The one who is displaying such majesty of his power every night as depicted in this verse. Okay, so this is basically, you learn from this, that nothing is out of the grasp of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. This is the qudra, this is the capability of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And another aspect that we can learn from this is, you see, we have studied this in science here. If all sorts of light were to hit the earth, we would be gone. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in the atmosphere has created layers which protect us from harmful rays, which protects us from harmful objects hitting the earth and so on. So this is all the creation of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala that He has managed for the world. Similarly, He has managed protection for you, a human being. Like you have malaika, وَإِنَّ عَلَيْكُمْ لَحَافِظِينَ كِرَامًا كَاتِبِينَ, okay, and so on. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has done protection for you. And we will learn all sorts of protection. So the ulama say, what is hafiz in here? Now this will come to the protection part. So hafiz, they say, one is directly Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is the protector. Okay, and this is the best opinion, and all the other opinions that we will mention will come to the same thing. Another, they say angels, Allah, malaika, that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has created for our protection surrounding us. This is again, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has made these as our asbab. Okay, another thing is that ulama mention is that these a'mal that we do, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has protected them. So they have been written down, kiraman katibin, Okay, in short, you are never alone. Now look at some of the ayahs where Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala talks about this protection. Number one, وَإِنَّ عَلَيْكُمْ لَحَافِظِينَ, and indeed over you are keepers. So these are the malaika. Another one, لَهُ مُعَقِّبَاتٌ مِّن بَيْنِ يَدَيْهِ وَمِنْ خَلْفِهِ يَحْفَظُونَهُ مِنْ أَمْرِ اللَّهِ. For him, I, each one, are successive, in brackets angels, before and behind him, who protect him by the decree of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And مَا يَلْفِظُ مِن قَوْلٍ إِلَّا لَدَيْهِ رَقِيبٌ عَتِيدٌ. He, I, Iman, utter no word except that with him is an observer prepared, in brackets, to record. فَاللَّهُ خَيْرٌ حَافِظًا, but Allah is the best guardian. Allah is the protector. Okay, so now comes directly to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And a different place. قُلْ مَنْ يَكْلَؤُكُمْ بِاللَّيْلِ وَالنَّهَارِ مِنَ الرَّحْمَنِ. Say, who can protect you at night or by day from the most merciful? If he wants to protect someone, he will. And if he wants to take over, no one can protect against Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Total control of Allah. Okay, this is what we're learning in this ayah. Another ayah. قُلْ مَنْ بِيَدِهِ مَلَكُوتُ كُلِّ شَيْءٍ وَهُوَ يُجِيرُ وَلَا يُجَارُ عَلَيْهِ إِن كُنْتُمْ تَعْلَمُونَ. Say, in whose hand is the realm, the kingdom of all things, and he protects while none can protect against him, if you should know. If Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, these last two ayahs are similar. Total control of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. You are either protected or you are not protected, if Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala wants either way. Another Shaykh Maulana Sindi rahimahullah, he talks about this ayah, and he says, and I was translating that from English, from Urdu to English. So he says, both these witnesses are witness that over every human has a protective power. Okay, hifazati nizam. Okay, like how every bright star keeps the light with all times. Like when day comes, we don't assume that the star have died, the light has perished. Okay, when day comes out, the stars you don't see. Okay, so it does not mean the light has gone. As another evening comes, it comes out bright and shining again. Same thing happens to human. When they sleep, the ruh, the spirit, goes away from the body, and when he wakes up, this ruh comes back. But the power which administrate, control, guards are also mahfuz, protected in the sky. It doesn't allow this ruh to be wasted, but keep it protected. So now this is talking about the ruh, which Allah subhanahu in kullu nafsin lamma alayha hafiz. Nafs, they said it is talking about the ruh, the Shaykh says. Okay, now this is the protection of the ruh. The next one, فَلْيَنْظُرِ الْإِنسَانُ مِمَّا خُلِقْ. Now look at your physical body. Okay, this is talked about, so he's linking the two ayahs together. Ashraf Ali Tanwi rahimahullah, he says, just like the stars which comes out, especially at night, it can be clearly seen. Similarly, your deeds are protected and will be available on Day of Judgment. Clearly, you will be able to see it. Okay, forgot the ayah, but when this person sees his a'mal, he will say, لا يغادر فيها صغيرة ولا كبيرة إلا أحصاها. Nothing from the small or major has been removed from here. In this meaning, it's not, they're not absent. Okay, everything is there and they are perfectly ordered. Yeah, so they are there. Okay, this is what the people will say. So everything will be protected. Inshallah, we will stop with this ayah here in kullu nafsin lamma alayha hafiz, and start from ayah number 5 in the next lesson. May Allah forgive our shortcomings. Jazakallah khair for listening. Barakallahu li wa lakum fil Quran al-azim wa nafa'ani wa iyyakum bil ayati wa dhikril hakim. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.